Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
Money, money talk. The seconds are ticking away. Before you know it, 2010 will end. Some quick thinking and smart maneuvering can get you some extra savings. So we welcome tax attorney Ronson Shamoun with ways you could pocket money before the year is over. See, that's what I'm talking about. Think about it proactively before you get into the mess. Good morning. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay because Christmas is coming or is over and the year is coming. The first thing that's starting to come back to my mind is taxes again.
Yes, it's that time of year again.
Okay, so what should we be doing right now in the middle of all this to start preparing for tax time?
Well, it takes a while to prepare your taxes, so get a head start. Start gathering all your receipts, all of your deductions. If you're a small business, start putting things together because you don't want to be rushing towards the end of the year. Gathering anything that you feel is necessary because your accountant will help you differentiate what's necessary and what's not. So I advise everybody to whatever you think is important, get it together and hand it over to your accountant.
Okay, so we got all the paperwork together. There are some tips that people could be doing now to help save them money when it comes to tax time. One tip is considering, you say, maximizing your pre-tax contributions to your retirement accounts.
Right. That's always a deduction. So you could, depending on what tax bracket you're in, that will determine how much you should contribute. And there are maximum amounts. So that's another deduction that you could do to limit your tax dollars at the end of the year. And you're saving for retirement at the same time.
Okay, so if you got any cash extra lying around,
right,
put it towards that.
You could do it towards your retirement, or you could also make some charitable contributions.
Yeah, let's talk about that. This is the time. We know that from what we're hearing, charities are hurting too. They need the stuff, but not only are you helping them, you could be helping yourself too.
Exactly. This is the time to donate before December 31st. If you make a donation to a charitable entity, you will get a deduction for it. And sometimes you may be able to make a $2,000 deduction, but it will lower your tax bracket to where you may save $10,000 in taxes. So consult with somebody early and figure out maybe that $1,000 that you're giving to help somebody could end up saving you a lot of money.
Is there a max on your donations for those that would not know?
There are some levels depending on what income level, but majority there are really no limits.
Okay. The next tip you have is, you say, consider taking some capital gains and losses. What does that mean? Let's
say you have some losses on a stock and you feel it's been dead for a long time. What you could do is you could sell the stock now.
Okay.
And if you feel like later on it may go up in value, you could buy it, let's say April, May, June. So if you sell it today, you'll get a loss for it to offset your income, and then you can pick it up later if you wanted to. So sell a stock or maybe buy a stock. Do some sort of maneuvering.
Yeah, my dad is doing all that right now.
Yeah.
Every time I go in, he has paperwork everywhere. He's talking about stocks and selling and all that stuff. You also say prepay state and local taxes. You gotta have money for this stuff, though.
I know. If you do have some cash,
yeah.
Usually when you take a deduction for your state taxes, you're taking it for last year's taxes. So if you start paying your state income tax now, you'll get a deduction for it come April.
Okay.
So if you have some extra cash lying around, I know times are tough, and these are things. It is.
Especially right after the holidays, everybody's probably depleted a lot of their funds.
Shopping.
Okay, here's another tip. Consider year-end business purchases. A lot of people that own businesses can take advantage of this.
Exactly. You'll get the deduction today if you spend the money. So if you know it's come March or January or April, you're going to need some equipment, some supplies, some stuff to make your business better if you're self-employed. Buy the stuff today because you'll get the deduction on it on this year's taxes versus waiting. You'll get a year's help.
Right, you can use it for
this year's taxes versus for next year's taxes.
Pay your January mortgage today.
Yeah, that's a quick, small little tip. If you pay your January payment today, you'll get the deduction for the interest today. So if times are tough and you're not going to have enough money for taxes come April, pay your mortgage payment today and take the deduction. The one thing about it is it's not going to reflect on your year-end interest statement. So you'll have to include a little summary saying that I paid my January payment today because it's going to not add up on the 1098.
Any other fun tips you can give us?
Just get prepared.
Okay.
Get started early. There's a lot of things out there that you may not know.
Like what?
If you get a head start, just talk to a certified public accountant or somebody who's been preparing taxes for a long time. Get in touch with them early, chat with them, go over your whole scheme of things to see where you're at, and they'll be able to help you.
Yeah, because laws are changing all the time, and there's new everything.
It's better to get help. Don't do taxes yourself. Majority of people who do taxes themselves end up getting audited or messing it up.
I hear you.
Go to a professional. Pay the extra few $100.
Well, Ronson, thank you so much for coming in and sharing in this stuff. I listened to everything that you said.
Thank you.
I'm absorbing it. All right.
You have a great day.
You too. By the way, for more tax advice catered to your very specific needs, because everybody's different, fox5sandiego.com. You just got to click the Scene On tab. Paul?
All right. Thank you very much, Shelly.